I don't hear nothing.
Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do?
I ain't
How
hear
you?
the intro.
You didn't hear the intro?
Maybe it was just me.
I heard the intro.
For sure. As long as you heard it, we good. What's the deal?
I heard the intro, but you know what? I'm a firm believer. If the people didn't get what they want, I can always bring it back.
Run it back, Turbo.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna give the people what they want.
Run it back, Turbo.
Let's go. I hope you heard it that time, because I heard
I
that.
still ain't hear it that time, but it's all good, man. As long as you can hear me, I can hear you. We tapped in and we live with another episode of 165. A mask off, man. Inner strength, man. You spelled strength wrong, but it's all good.
You know what? And something about it, I was like, yo, this shit, it looks wrong. And I just kept, I'm like, yo, this really looks wrong.
You just let it ride, though,
huh? Man, look, whatever.
Hey, that's
no, hold on, wait a minute.
What happened?
Didn't I get this from you?
Nah, bro.
You made this, right?
I made the flyer, but you spelled it wrong in your name. That's right. That's right. I'm talking about wrong in your mask off 165 inner strength. You spelled it wrong there.
Am I tripping? Or
why are you looking so confused, nigga?
No, because I'm looking at the same thing. Inner STRENGHT. What are you talking about?
Dog. Nah, man. No.
STRENGATH. Yep, I'm fucking up.
Like, come on, bro. And you done made the you done made the episode that, dog.
Look, let me get this shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's my mental health.
Yeah.
My mental health is all messed up right now.
You should have leaned on your inner strength.
And you know, I used to be flat out. I used to be the spelling bee champion.
No, you didn't, nigga.
I did, and I'm sticking to that. I used to be the spelling bee champion. You know what I mean?
You need to get your junk revoked, dog.
Inner strength, inner fucking strength. That's what we going with.
There we go, man. There we go. Inner strength, man. So you didn't produce the whole show off.
See, now you taking it to a whole nother fucking level.
You did, man. You did it on YouTube that way.
It's off YouTube. It's off YouTube.
Oh, it's changed?
Yeah, I changed it.
Okay, I didn't know you could do that after it was up. Okay.
Yeah, I changed that joint.
All right. My fault.
You know what? And if anybody got anything to say about it, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, man.
You're not perfect, man. You are a human.
I'm not perfect.
And that's what we're talking about, man. That's what we're talking today, man. Is Men's Mental Health Month. You are not perfect, but you are human and you are a man. So I salute that. We're allowed to make mistakes. We are free to make mistakes, man. That's what we have to know. So, I just had to rag on you a little bit. You're still my dog. But we back with another episode of Mask Off, man. Inner strength. We in the building, man. How you feeling, bro? How was your week, man? How your week going? How you feeling? How you living?
I feel great. And, as everybody know, I am a fur daddy. And that is not anything inappropriate.
It sounds like it, though.
It's not inappropriate.
It sounds quite
as people already know, I have a Yorkie poo named Ali. And part of my week is looking on Amazon and finding the best deals and best clothes for my young boy. Last week, I took him to the groomer for the first time since I've had him. And the groomer, well, it was my fault. I took his special sweater he got, and he be styling profiling in the sweater.
Okay.
So I go to get him. Then gave his sweater to another person. I said,
What'd you say?
Oh my God. Y'all better do something. So it's like, oh my God, this has never happened before. We don't normally do this. I can't believe it. Look at him. Yo, if I could show you, he laying on the couch. This dude, he's just so cute, man. And that's
what's up, man.
So anyway, long story short,
yeah,
I gotta get over there and get his sweater. I gotta make sure when I get it, it goes straight to that washing machine. Boom. You know what I mean? I'm not putting nothing on my man Ollie. No. It's been in another home. I don't know what they got.
Yeah, so, you need that, man. You need that for sure.
Definitely. So I've been looking online. I've been buying him some shirts. He got a couple polos.
Okay.
I caught a deal. You know, you can get 4 for $10. So he got 4 polos for $10, and he had got some button ups with the bow tie on them.
Okay.
I think he gonna wear that during Thanksgiving or so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I'm gonna have like a particular sweater for him. But as you see, this is turned into my guy. You know what I mean? So I love you know what I mean? First is Kingston, and then it's Ollie. You know what I mean?
In that order. Okay.
In that order. It's Kingston, then it's Ollie. And then another thing, I found out he had a wonderful report card. So I was excited about that.
Oh, Kingston did? He sophomore now?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I mean, he's holding it down, and I'm so proud of him, man. Like, he's in a position where he can sink or swim. Yeah. When I was in the 10th grade, I was like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck this school shit. If it ain't the way I need it to be, I ain't fucking with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he's staying with it, and I'm so happy that I have a wonderful kid, man. I know he don't like school, but he getting through it. You know what I mean? And I just stay prayed up, stay encouraged, and I just keep motivating him to doing what he want to do, man.
Good, man. I love to hear it, bro. I love to hear it.
Yeah, man. How was your week? And I love your background.
Thank you, man. Shout out to the squad. You feel me?
And my background saying
Mask Off Podcast live stream. We in the building, man. It looks good too. It's nice and clear.
It look crispy.
I'm excited, man. This is the first time I rocked out with this. So I'm gonna have to keep this. This is gonna be my official background now.
Okay. And you in the center of that joint. You know,
yeah, it's all squared off. You feel me?
Squared off. I like that.
It's like I'm emerging from this boy. Like
we gotta get our merch game up, bro. And I know we talked about it before, but we gotta get our merch game up, man.
We gotta get the merch for sale. That's what we need to do.
That's what we definitely do.
I got the we have a few renditions of hats. I got the second rendition. OG got the latest rendition.
It's the latest right here. Oh yeah, I could go all the way back though.
Oh, you got the OG around you? Okay.
You got the OG.
The origin.
I got the dead cat.
Oh man, that's the one right there. Yeah, we can't see that boy, but it's all good. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it up here.
You look like an unlocked character. There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Mask Town.
You got the sticker on it and everything. I see it.
You know what I'm saying? That's the when you unlock that character. Boop boop.
Yeah. Hey, remember? I think it was like the second or third episode. we was ragging on you about that. Gail Gardner in the building. What's up? Yeah, we got people rocking in, man. My church family coming through.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Danny Love talking about leave Tone alone. I won't leave him alone, man. Tone,
you gotta leave me alone, man.
Here's the thing about Tone. Tone will never stop, so you can't stop with Tone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my week is going good. I got the background popping.
How was your week, my brother?
Hey, you know how we flow, bro. My week has been going good, man. I've been learning so much, man. It seems like I always say this, but that's what life is about. Continuing to learn. I've been doing good, man. I've been making sure I stay that way. I've been focusing my perspective in the right direction. Understanding that I'm going through the process. I'm being remade, reshaped, remolded, reformed. You know what I'm saying? And when you go through that process, it's a tough task, man. Because you got to go through the fire. But once you come out the fire, once you come out the storm, you come out a better person. So things have been happening in my business. I've been doing jobs nonstop, man. I'm working on this big job right now. I'm trying to complete. I am completing. I'm working to complete. I'm not trying. I am making steps towards completing this big job that I'm working on right now. Remodeling a patio deck. I had to repair the wood, and issues keep arising, but that is a part of the game. And I'm doing good, man. I have an open mic tomorrow that I'm starting with Danny. Me and the Lovelies will be hosting. So I'm excited, man. I'm learning how to focus on the good, learn from the bad, and keep moving forward. So I'm doing good, brother.
Yeah, I was telling you before the show, I'm thinking about popping out and giving the people a little bit of big tone. And I know
I would love that.
I know that's, and I ain't been nowhere. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, it's hard to go outside with me. I go straight to work.
Yeah.
I come straight home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm down in the cave, in the back cave.
Yeah.
You know, building. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I'm gonna be like, you know, the boy Elon Musk with the SpaceX satellites.
Yeah.
But I got to get out of here. And I figured, hopefully, you know what I mean? It's two great people that I do want to connect with. I love y'all dearly.
I love you too,
and if I got the time and the space and the energy, I'm gonna definitely come through. You know what I mean?
Sounds good, man. I would love that, man. Yeah. Shout out to the Lovelies hosting tomorrow's open mic at the Sports Locker Bar and Grill in Livonia. Starting at 7:00. It's free. It's free right now. We're gonna see what it do, though. We're gonna see what it do. But yeah, we'll be hosting every week. Come get some good food, good drinks. You know what I'm saying? If you drink, you know, if that ain't your mood, just come and pull up. You know what I'm saying? But it will be an open mic. Different comedians coming through, but we're hosting it. So come just have a good time, man. Even if you don't like comedy, you just support me. Just pull up. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to have you, man. And you've been talking about hitting the mic, so that'd be a great joy to.
Yeah, man. I'm first of all, I'm so happy and blessed that both of y'all got something that y'all can cultivate and make y'all own. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I'm happy y'all got this Ashford and Simpson thing going on in comedy too. That's
thank you, bro.
Really dope. It's like Kendrick family soul of comedy. You know.
Thank you, bro.
And I'm like making a list of couples together that do prominent things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I mean? I really love y'all nucleus. I love y'all energy. I've always told you that. Like from the gate, I said y'all got good energy, and that's what life is about: building and connecting with people with great energy. And but before we continue, though, man, we cannot go no further unless we do what a job is meant to be done and go into the motivational minute, my brother. Get him.
Yep, man. What up, though? Today's motivational minute, man, is about take the crap. All right. In life, you gonna be crapped on. You gonna be doo-dooed on. People gonna talk down on you. Stuff is gonna happen bad. Whatever you call it, man, crap is gonna happen. But your job is to take lemons and make lemonade. That's such a cliche statement, but it's real life. You have to take what seems to be bad, what seems to be adversity, what seems to be an obstacle, and use it for your growth. Use it as an opportunity to grow, you know, because things will continue to happen. And if you continue to harp on those bad things, you can never get to the next level. In order to get to the next level, you might have to step on some doo-doo. That just might be a part of your process. That just might be the stepping stone. If the stepping stone got some doo-doo on it, what you gonna do? Just not step on it? You might have to use it. You might have to use it to get to the next level. So it's not an obstacle. It's just an opportunity for you to grow. If it's something coming against you, it's sent to build you stronger, because that next level on the other side is something that's bigger than you. So you got to be stronger so you can rise to the occasion. So use that crap and keep it moving, man. That's your motivational minute. Wow.
That is super dope, bro. That is definitely dope. And you know what that is, man? That's continue to building your legacy.
Yeah.
Continue building who you are as a man and who you are and who you're trying to become.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that I noticed from what you're saying, I saw your story today on Facebook. And, you know, and I saw your face, and your face looked a little disheveled because of the fact that it was some shit in the mix, literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, You said sometimes you gonna get poop on you.
You will.
And it's gonna stink.
Yeah.
But you have to go ahead, take the words. You said it.
You got to use it.
You got to use it. You know what I mean?
Because what I'm going to do, go home, what I'm going to do, I don't have another shirt. Like, I got to press through the day now. You know what I'm saying? And it was just so interesting that it was the same shoulder that's been bothering me. So it was just like another reminder, like, yeah, like this is what we going to lean on. You feel me? We're going to poke on your weaknesses. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to continue to go through stuff, and it's going to be in the exact areas that you need work on. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you mentioned that, my brother. And I hate if I sound like I'm cutting you off.
No.
But when you saying that, it makes me think about my journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this weight loss journey I got, and it's nothing to be taken light of. Like my knees be hurting, my back be hurting, and every morning I wake up at 4:30, and when I get up, my brother, you know, I'm in so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I can't even describe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I realized going to the doctor, I'm in so much pain on my knees and my back because I'm carrying another person on me.
Yeah.
So it makes me think about, I got to carry this weight to get it off me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got to push through it to get to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So
to get that person off of you. Yeah.
So what you're saying, it correlates to everything, every little bit of life, man, whether it's a shoulder ache, whether it's a mental ache. And we talking about mental strength and inner strength today. So, you know, I just want to recap that for the motivational minute. So all this is relative. You know what I mean?
Really is. It all aligns, you know.
It's all aligns.
Especially being a man, you know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you still have to provide. You still have to go out there and get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful to have a woman in my life that supports me and I can be vulnerable with, you know, that I can express myself, you know, because sometimes you feel like you can't even express it. But as a human, you have emotions. But as a man, you know, we're less emotional than women, but we still have emotions. We still have times where it's like, yo, I don't even want to. I don't even feel like it. And being able to express allowed me to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being stuck, I was able to express so I can get through it. And now I was able to get out in the day and get my hustle on.
And the thing about that is, man, I think about the emotional maturity that we have to go through as a man. Like, I was raised in a single parent home, and I realized that a lot of the things that I was doing as a kid, I wasn't emotionally mature. I was doing a lot of things, a lot of attributes that was immature.
Yeah.
And once I started recognizing those things, I started to develop a sense of awareness to know that, hey, look, I got people looking at me. I got people relying on me. I got people in tune to what I'm doing, mainly my kids. They're seeing how I'm developing as a man. So do I want to be the example or be the example? You know what I mean? So all that correlates to each other, man. We're gonna get all into this today, man.
I'm excited, man. I think this is a perfect time to get right into it, man. We got an amazing guest on today. We're talking men's mental health. We're talking inner strength. My guy, LJ West, man. Before I bring him in, let me set him up right. Man, this guy, first of all, he's my brother, man. Brother from another mother. We came up in the same game, came up in the same ministry. Shout out to Great Faith Ministries. And I've known him since I had a mind to speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, early teens, definitely. So at least, you know what I'm saying, when you start to correlate and put things together and have memories, you know, like 10, 12, probably younger than that. I grew up in the ministry, first of all, so I don't know when he joined, but I remember being young and before high school, during high school, leaving, you know, for a season, coming back. He always been my brother, and he's always seen the gifts in me and has always pushed me towards my greatness and continues to push me towards my greatness and made me aware of what I have inside of me through the conversations that he's had with me, holding me accountable, you know, becoming a man and everything. So I really consider him a brother of mine, and I'm super excited to bring him on. He's a minister. He's a father. He's a real estate agent. He is a business owner. He is a great man, and I want y'all to give a warm mask off welcome to my guy, Sensei LJ, man. Big salute. You know
what up, y'all? Can y'all hear me well?
Oh, we got you. We hear you, man.
Oh, yeah. Malachi, that's crazy. I ain't know half that stuff about myself, man. That's crazy, man. I've been like, dang, man, like, let me go look this up, man. Let me go Google myself.
Hey,
Man.
I ain't even have to look it up, bro. I know you, brother.
You know what? You one of the few people that actually know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It's funny because you took some of them hats off. You got to realize, like, hold on.
No, facts. Like I said, you one of the few people that know me. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
And that's why I set you up that way, so we can
look
all
dangerous
the bags,
thing,
man. Yeah.
But no, like I appreciate thank you for the welcome. I appreciate y'all even giving me space, you know what I'm saying, to come on here. I don't know why y'all got me on here. Y'all already had the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Y'all killed it. I'm in this book, like I'm about to log off. They about to come backstage. Ain't gonna be nobody back there. It's gonna be Jesus back there. Just bring him on here. You know what I'm saying? But no, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you, man. Really glad to have you, man. How are you feeling, man? What's up with you?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Life is really busy, and I heard Tom talking about like emotional maturity and stuff like that. And the one thing I had to learn is successful people are busy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's the work of it, it's the grind of it, it's then you have mentioned, like I said, y'all had this conversation already. I need to log off real fast.
Man.
But
whatever you heard before,
but nah,
good.
Y'all like really, like I know we like kind of shooting and freestyling, but all my points right here, like y'all said them already. So like, you know, I'm gonna try to see if y'all got a camera in here or something like that. I don't know. Y'all just stole all my answers. No. But what Mal was talking about, you know, what Malachi was talking about when it come to like taking the crap, you know, in life and stuff like that, man, that is really, like Brian said, ain't no losses, just lessons.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And so like I got a lot of wins. My name literally means he that is victorious. So like
really?
like that's literally what my name means. So yeah, I'll break that down later. But basically it's a blessing to be able to have a loss or maybe a situation that kind of a bump in the road or whatever. Because next time you see that kind of, you know, texture in the road, you're gonna slow down a little bit, or you're gonna know how to get around it. It teaches you, man. And so you know, being very busy, I had to learn that being busy is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't busy putting out no fires or, you know what I'm saying, like paying for a bunch of bad decisions you made, then being busy is mean you build it. You know what I mean? And so over the past like maybe 5 years or so, I would really come into that wisdom. And like I said, I'm excited for what God has me now and where He's taking me. So it's all good, man. I'm feeling good. My son just went to bed. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean he sleep, but that mean he in bed. If I hear something, if I hear something, the lamp fall or something, I know what's up. So
man, salute. Yeah, your boy getting big too, man.
He big.
It's so crazy how time flies. How old is he now?
He'll be 5 in January.
Time flies, bro.
Listen, I live with the boy and I still don't believe it.
Yeah, man. I remember when your wife was pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you know, I just had to say that, just, you know, but
no, I mean I do too, you know what I'm saying? But it was a real important time in my life.
And the other day, a couple weeks ago, he came up to me and was like speaking articulate, you know what I'm saying? Like I
you know, we do that over here.
Yeah, you really like but I could tell he your son though, because he's still funny. What did he say? He said something to Danny.
Yeah. Bro, I thought about that today. Like
to Danny low key, and I couldn't even check him. I'm like, hey, that's
funny. I don't know what made him like do that, bro. I don't know, man. Like he definitely my son, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. And he is sharp. Like he be here saying stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
How do you know? Like how you know how to say that and put that in the right sentence in the right way at 4, bro? Like what's going on? But then he is my son, you know what I'm saying? Always been ahead of the class, so glory be to God.
And that's a good place to start right there is fatherhood. When it comes to being a father and what it takes to first have your mind right as a dad. You know what I'm saying? Because you as a father, as a man first, and then second as a father, those are 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? A man and a father, 2 different things. So as a man having to go out and provide for yourself and provide for your family, and then as a father, you got to be mentally ready. You got to be mentally on point. There is no time off to say I got a bunch of stuff going on in my mind, son. I can't raise you right now. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
So ain't no timeouts.
You feel me? So let's start there. How do you balance?
Yeah, ain't no Gatorade breaks for fatherhood, bro. So first, you know what I'm saying? I thank God for the level of maturity that I had when, you know, we had Josiah, and even the things he's taught me through him. Because God is a father. And so one of the things that I probably learned more about being a father from Josiah than actually the fathering part. So, you know, because I wonder when he does things.
Say that again.
No, like I probably like watching Josiah behave like under my fatherhood.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how God feels when he's trying to father us. And so I've learned so many things. Like, wow, I know you, like, you kind of know I know better, but you still want what you want, right? And so I'm giving you the way to go that I know for a fact is going to protect you and, you know, make your life well, right? You know, but you still want what you want. You're upset because I didn't give you what you wanted, because you know that I can give it to you, but in my knowledge, I know that it's a reason why I'm not giving it to you, right? And so there's so many things. That's just one thing I just learned being a dad. I was just sitting on the couch one day and I had to check him real quick because he had got a little attitude because he asked me for something. He already had some, but it was good. And he wanted some more. You know what I'm saying? You know, as you know, we eat over here, and you know what I'm saying. And I told him, okay, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm thinking about cavities. I'm thinking about, you know, it's about time to go to bed. You ain't about to get no sugar rush real quick.
Yeah.
And so all his thing is, it's good. I want it. I know you have the power to give it to me. So I'm going to ask you for it, and you should be giving it to me because you can. And my thing's like, no, you know what I'm saying? As your father, I'm saying no, not because I don't want you to have good things, but because this good thing you got to have, I need to portion it to you to where you can handle it. But being a father, like, you can't be a good father unless you have your mind on right. And so first and foremost, you already know me, like, it is all glory be to God, because dang, now you've been on me for a long time. Like, I used to be a snap artist, bro. Like, I used to be a hot head. Like, I used to like desire a fight. I used to have a taste for a fight. You know what I'm saying? You got taste for a steak, taste for ice cream, taste for cake. You know what I'm saying? I used to want violence. You know what I'm saying? I had a real volatile mentality.
It's true. You did threaten me before the show.
Yeah, low key. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, God ain't through me. He's still kind of like, you know, kind of working that part out. Hey. But no, I had to heal from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, and just some misunderstandings. You know, even as a man, you know, fathering, like you know, I'm gonna keep it as layman as possible, but it is a very serious thing. Once you have a child, your blood is connected to them, right? And there are things, just like in the science world, things in the spiritual world that are connected to your blood. And so, you know, we talking about mental health, you know, sometimes the self-inflicted wounds, you know what I'm saying? Bad decisions and things like that. Why are you making them decisions? You know what I'm saying? What's making you feel like right here, one of the points I got is like the value of a man. Like, one of the things I see with dudes that have bad mental health is their value of themselves is really bad. Like, they got it pinned against how many women they can have sex with, or how much money they can stack up and then like throw at a naked woman whose value is low because, you know what I'm saying, she's now doing. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, finish your thought. I'm okay. Your thought.
But like, sometimes, like, we don't understand how to gauge our value. You see what I'm saying? So then, because we don't know how to gauge it, we don't know how to measure it, we look at another man and then assume that that's the gauge or that's the benchmark. You see what I'm saying? When the bottom line is that you should be tapping in with God and figuring out who you are. Now, I'm funny, but I don't think I'm called to be no comedian. Now, I can get up there and, like, but I'll tell you, listen, we can listen. Yeah. Don't get cooked. You see what I'm saying? But for sure. I don't think that I'm called to be a comedian. You see what I'm saying? So I can look at Malachi and then get discouraged or depressed because I'm not having this path toward comedianism or whatever like Malachi is. This is one of the things he's called to do. So understanding what our God-given call is, that's the benchmark that you set. Not looking at another man who knows how he got what he got. Wow. Right. And that's so good. we could set ourselves up for failure, set ourselves up for disaster. You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh, you know, I see my man over there, he got all these women. It's like, bro, what I see is a lack of commitment and a lack of discipline. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. What you see is a bunch of women, which, if he ain't pull up in that Bentley, wouldn't be around him anyway. But yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I was going to say, and I agree with you, like, and it goes back to just maturity within itself, because at the end of the day, us as men, I grew up in a single parent home, like I said previously, and the emphasis on creating a man doesn't get to the forefront because the value is not even already there because we come from broken systems. You know what I mean? And when I say broken systems, I mean that you're dealing with broken systems where the man is not in the house and the woman has to bear the whole responsibility. So some of that broken philosophy is in tune with how she's raising, whether it's one kid, 2 kids, 3 kids. Someone's going to miss out. In the majority of cases, if you're in a household and you're a single parent household, and in a lot of cases that I know that I was growing up in, that I knew a lot of guys that was growing up in single parent house, they didn't have the energy, nor did they have the understanding to put into a young black male. So he would have proper guidance. So therefore you look at things. And I remember as a kid seeing my neighborhood full of young black boys and single parents. So it was one dude that was getting brought up by his mom. He was older than us. So we would look to him for, I guess, like, what do you do? Like, how do you talk to a girl? It wasn't really no girls on the block. There's a bunch of hard legs on the block. So we asking him. So he quizzing us about inappropriate stuff. And you want to be cool and had an answer to this stuff. But then again, you like, well, why is he even asking me this? You know what I mean? But, you know.
As the OG.
Yeah, why are you asking me, am I getting yams? You know what
but
I mean?
He ain't on his square either.
He ain't on his square, but you don't realize that.
Because that's all he on.
Yeah, you don't even realize that until you get older and realize this dude is a nut.
Yeah, real talk. Like, that's not a good OG right there.
You go find him right now. He's still quizzing people. He's still quizzing people. Dude has seen 4 generations. You know what I'm saying? And he's still got the same questions from back then, right? Because that's called arrested development. You know what I'm saying? What happens is people have traumatic experiences at a certain age, and if it breaks a certain thing in their mind or in their emotions, they go for what I call a life loop, right? And so they'll mature to a certain point, and then they get right back down into that age. So it's a lot in high school and pre-college. Like, so I'm a youth minister. So I've been doing this for a minute, bro. But I done seen so many things. I just kind of got these like theories, right? Between the ages of like 14, really now it's gonna slip down to like 12. But like classically 14 to 19 is where a lot of first real traumas happen, right? Now you got, stuff that happened to children way younger. But those arrested development joints, like people, so what that means is if something happens at 15, right? And a trauma happens and it like breaks something emotionally or mentally in a person. What happens is now they're 39, right? But their mind have not developed past a mature 15-year-old. So that's why I just threw it out as a joke. But I meant that. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Go find dude, and he's still out there quizzing. All right, now what this mean now? You know what I'm saying? No, wait a minute.
LJ, go ahead, bro. To say that even further, it happens earlier than 15.
No, that's what I was saying. I said that, right?
Yeah, it happens earlier than 15, and you start to realize even in middle school, like these guys, like I don't know, I always been a loner coming up. You know what I mean? I was always the awkward kid. I didn't do a lot of these things that they did, and I was okay with that. It took me a hard time to be okay with that because
Can we talk about that? Can you talk about that?
I'm about to.
Because that's where I was going. Go ahead. Let's talk about you had a hard time being okay with legit means what you've been supposed to be doing, being a child. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to what I'm saying. I had a hard time being it because my spirit and my soul wasn't connected to what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, and I believe I was one of the last of my generation to grow up in a tight-knit community. I grew up on Crane between Forest and Warren. And we still had block captains. You know what I mean? We had Miss Jenkins, Miss Jones, Miss Johnson, Mr. Mack. All these people were connected in our community. So when it came to people my age giving me information, I really didn't gravitate to it because I had proper OGs and proper thinking to tell me, Tony, that ain't right now.
Yeah.
Now what you doing, Tony? Now you know your mama at work, boy. you know what I'm saying? And what we do with this generation, we don't have those things in place.
Oh no,
we don't have those pieces. So you're talking about disconnection as far as men. The disconnection is gone because those OGs are now scared to even say something to these young boys. You know what I mean? They scared they're gonna get shot because what they commonly say, oh, they crazy nowadays. I ain't gonna say nothing to that young boy. That young boy, man, I saw him down there with Earl. He had a gun. I said, you know what? I'm going this way. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah. You got to take back this community. And part of taking back this community, you got to cultivate these young boys and be invested in them. Not for stuff they do wrong, but doing right too. You know what I mean?
Oh, my bad, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And just real quick, I always say, because there's a lot of people that do say a lot of negative things, whether it's like my generation or one before or one coming up behind us or whatever. And my thing is like, bro, if you don't have no investment, I don't want to hear about your disgruntlement.
Wow.
Because if you ain't mentoring nobody, you ain't got your arm around nobody, you ain't invested into no initiatives that are actually trying to trying to cultivate, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I don't want to hear what you got to say negative about. Listen, because first of all, there's power in your words. You know what I'm saying? And particularly if you are a man, because you're supposed to be leading not only your home, but a community. So literally your voice box has a certain extra power on it. So you're using your power that's using to cultivate, you're cultivating a bunch of negativity that's already out there. They don't need you, right? And what they do need you to do is, like, in turn to your point, I think that it is really, you have to be called by God to do what you're supposed to be doing. That's another point I got, but we'll get to that. But you're putting yourself in a certain danger only when you're not pulled in that direction by God, because he will never pull you in the direction. Because I mean, I've been the guy and I'll talk to the guys, right? And so there are certain situations my heart wanted to help, but God was like, nah, stay out of that. Stay out of that. And there was other situations where I was like busy. I was like, man, said stop right there, get out of the car, have a conversation with him. And I'm still connected to these people to this day.
Wow.
And so there is and that's because it shouldn't just be me. It shouldn't just be Mal. It shouldn't just be Tom. It should be a gang of us, bro. It should be a whole nation of us, right? If we all grabbing our 1 and 2, then the next generation is gonna start building. And the reward is, because I used to work in a boys' home and I done seen this in different settings, bro. When you teach and you run up on them one day and you see them teach it, what you taught them. You see what I'm saying? And so now they like young OG. You see what I'm saying? So they, you know, at 17, you know what I'm saying, seeing somebody say, hey, listen, bro, you see them breaking up a fight and say, listen, I see what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all threw the hands. That was cool. But let's look at this now. Now where will we go? Are we gonna keep fighting, or is it gonna escalate where somebody pick up a brick? Or what's gonna happen now? What is y'all fighting for real? Teaching people how to have conversations and stuff like that. That's another thing that we ain't taught. Like how to look at a man in the eyes and be like, look, bro, what you did right here, like really, like it really should be up. You see what I'm saying? But like I want to have a discussion, and I want to say, this is how I feel about it, and being able to have it in exchange to the point where it don't have to escalate to violence, and possibly, you know, create a bond. Was like, you know what? I'm glad that we had this conversation, bro. I didn't know this about you. I didn't know that about you. If I knew that, I would have never came at you that way, or something like that, right? So yeah,
bro, and that's what it takes, and that's what I was going to actually hit on. What you said is that wisdom and understanding what situations that are good for it, what situations are not, and when it is, knowing what to say, how to say it. Because a lot of times that these young boys pop off is because you still have to respect them. That's the first thing. A lot of OGs come with disrespect, like you know what I'm saying? Y'all come with the rah-rah. Like you can't fight fire with fire. You got to come with some fight.
Hold up. I see what you doing, young boy, but I've been locked up before. You don't know what I've been through. So the little bull you doing?
It's like, and some of those points that you said could work. It's just the way you say it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely.
They got to know you care first. You know,
you can say whatever you want if you say it right.
That's it.
And that's the thing when it correlates to conflict resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't.
Oh man,
like a lot of
I haven't even heard that word in years.
a lot of a lot of these.
Dude.
You see a lot of these organizations. They have a big thing where taking ex-convicts or ex such and such and ex such and such and putting them back in the community and feeding the community. You know what I mean? Their rhetoric, and you know what I mean. But it gets murky sometimes because
it gotta be managed.
It got to be managed, you know.
Yep.
And I used to do a lot of that in Philadelphia. I lived in Philadelphia for 14 years. And I used to work with this agency, Philadelphia Anti-Drug, Anti-Violence Network, where it was, we would deal with people who got locked up between the ages of 18 and 25. And my job was to be the liaison between the jail and the probation department. And they will hire a lot of, like I said, these guys who have been locked up, but they still have a street mentality. Yep. So these young boys today, they don't care about that. The bottom line is, how can you help me get out of this situation I'm in right now, which is a dire situation? I'm 18 years old. I got 2 kids. I'm selling drugs to get money. You know what I'm saying? I get popped. Now I'm back to zero. I'm staying at my mama's house and I'm coming to a program and all you telling me is BS. How can you help me? And they get into a cycle because, to be honest with you, man, you get a strike on your belt as a young boy. It's hard for you to get you a reputable job because they do this thing where they go, be honest with the employer. Tell them what you got locked up for. All you're doing is putting a label on your back. And then they have these programs, these job readiness programs, where you spend 6 weeks doing nothing. You know, and ideally, from a government perspective, it sounds good. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is just transporting the kid to one place to another place. Yeah. And in all actuality, you're really not helping him. And he reverts back to being in the streets. Unless you cultivate a relationship. Not only with him, 100%. But his family. You know what I'm saying? If you don't tap into that mom, that sister, that brother, that cousin, that baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Them kids, what you need? You need Pampers? Let me get you Pampers. What you need? You need a bridge card? Let me help you get a bridge card. So you can feel sustained till you get to another place in your life. Yeah.
So, Mel, was you gonna go?
No, go ahead.
So, my mentor, because I have one of them too, would always tell me, people don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? And so the relationship aspect of it, like, Tom, you wipe that up. That is, I was gonna say it a different way, but you said it the right way. Yeah. You have to, like, there's something inside of people that you gotta touch. It's like a button that you have to hit. And like I said, man, I'll tell you, I've been doing this for years. I got it down to a science now, not to like flex or whatever, but I just do because I've been doing it for so long, right? And it's a certain button you gotta hit with people. And usually that button is hit when they realize your intent is not to like pick up, you know what I'm saying, like some points or whatever, or some clout, like, you know, stop be mentoring these young dogs, you know what I'm saying?
You're not there for a check, or you're not there for brownie points.
We live with it. I'm helping this young nigga out.
In my notes. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna check for this camera in a minute. Like, for real. Cause okay, so the next one I was gonna bring up is at the boys' home. So at the boys' home, I'm gonna bring up 2 points real quick. Number one, like you said, being there for the check. I was the youngest dude there. And so as actually a couple of people at the ministry that actually worked at the boys' home too. And so somebody had put me on and they was like, yeah, bro, I think you'd be real good. Yeah, that's right, Danny. Like people can smell that, especially in the street. Like, being around a non-Nigerian person in the street can get you killed.
Man, real talk.
You see what I'm saying? And so like they developed that reflex, you know what I'm saying, to just start checking. Like, you a new kind of face or whatever. You seem like you cool, but the last dude, you know what I'm saying, that got my man here seemed kind of cool too. So I'm gonna watch you. So anyway, long story short, I was the youngest dude there, but I was one of the most successful people there because I really care. I was really in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched people. I watched this dude one time. His mama came in there and signed her rights away. Like she didn't want to. She didn't even. She like literally legally saying she didn't want them.
That's real.
And I watched that, bro. I watched that, and before that, I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah.
So I went and talked to one of the therapists, and I said, "Wait a minute. So like, what do that mean?" It's like basically she legally saying she don't want them.
He awarded.
And I'm like, bro, and it's like a young dude. So I had already kind of had him under my wing, and so I felt responsible at this point to kind of like help him carry this burden or whatever. Not that I know how to carry this burden. My mama wanted me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I mean, like for real, you know what I'm saying. I don't even know how that feels. You see what I'm saying? But when it came down to it, I was there. But I would stay time that I wasn't being paid to make sure that these dudes, you know what I'm saying, was cool and like, you know, they were sleeping well at night and stuff like that. Wow. Sometimes I'll pull them to the side, you know what I'm saying, they're like, Wes, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to be doing this. Like, I hear that, give me a minute, you know what I'm saying, and then a minute turn into an hour because he need an hour.
Yes.
He need an hour. So I'm going to go do my 8 and get in the car, or I'm going to really change somebody's life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm going to really put some work in.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And then so a lot of the old heads in there, like, they was kind of like, you know, jealous. You see what I'm saying? Because I was picking up momentum to the point where they wound up giving us the life skills program. Me and one of my boys that was also putting in work gave us a life skill program. They wound up getting to the point where, in so many ways, the life skill program got wound down, right? Because we started getting dudes adopted up out of there because they got to start getting real life application stuff under their belt, real, you know what I'm saying, mental alignment and stuff like that. And they was going on these visits and they was like, yeah, you know, we love them, you know, and stuff like that. Wow. Going from like completely unadoptable, completely, you know what I'm saying, because we really in there putting in work, not getting paid extra, but more responsibility, more time in at the job. But the bottom line is that these dudes now have a chance now, right?
That's beautiful.
You know, and I worked in residential for years, over 20 something years doing residential. You
got that vibe. You got that vibe, man.
What you find is that, you know, when you work in those environments and you have the ability to connect with youngins, it's a lot. The agency wants you to do that to an extent. They want you to cut it off and clock out and go home. But there's two different perspectives you're dealing with. From an agency's perspective, you're dealing with a check. That is their bread and butter. So they don't want to invest in the turnaround too much because their money is them acting a damn fool. You know what I mean?
That's
so
deep.
That's
real
reality.
Crazy.
That's the reality. And the people that's been there for years, they get to hating because of the fact that they see what you're doing. They see the connection you building, but they don't want you to be successful because you're causing rifts in the system that they set up.
Wow.
And it's unfortunate.
I bet one that actually worked. No
one really talks about that. And it's a money-making machine, residential agencies, and I think they're getting phased out because it's all you're doing is just housing a kid. You're not building on a kid. He was talking about how parents come and sign their rights off. I've seen that happen with young girls, young boys, and then what you basically saying, you for the streets. Go be for the streets. But there's a flip side. Before it got to this point, the parent is telling this kid, hey, look, once you get locked up, don't call me for nothing. Which is still the wrong approach to take to raising a kid. And in most cases, they look like you and me. And in most cases, we don't have the mental capacity to deal with children because we are having babies at early without the emotional and emotional maturity to deal with anything, which causes more single parent households, which causes more out of control kids, which causes wards of the state. You know what I mean? And which goes even further to what we originally should be talking about is this male mental health.
We in the foundation of it though.
Yeah,
we in the deep parts of it.
The root of it.
Yeah, we ain't in the Trinity part of it. We in the real deep. We were talking about the real factual, deep rooted part of it, bro. Like the base, the home base, the street base, the stuff where this stuff come from, the lack of ability from to get help from the community and stuff like that. And so now we build up these fake, like fairy tale versions of a man we trying to be, right? And then so now we chasing this thing, right? And then I mean they say it's like the rap, but it don't have to be rap. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? That a man or a child idolized, right? And so we feel that is success, right? Because we don't have a successful man that is not selling drugs or being an athlete. Which if you athletic, man, go dunk on somebody, whatever, bro. I gave it to you, use it, right? Yeah. But I'm saying they like society pins a black man down, right, into these spaces where we can be successful. It was years ago. It was a dude that came and said, like, bro, dude, like less than 1% of the people that's trying to hoop is going to be hooping in the NBA. You see what I'm saying? It was like there are like it was a robotics jobs or something like that. Yeah, you seen that?
I seen
like
that.
He
that
was like, bro,
statement.
like these are like all these jobs are open. He was like, why are we not teaching our children that these are some options that they can have? And nowadays, you can get a tech and make as much as an NBA player.
Real talk.
You see what I'm saying? Now,
an NBA player.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You build the right product, you can make more than an NBA player. But is that being pushed in our community? Right? I'm talking about at the foundational levels, like basketball is. And in my own, I hoop too. But I'm saying it's the thing is, do we have options? Go ahead, bro.
One thing I had to realize too. I was having a conversation with my lady. She kept telling me, "Hey, look, you need to stop letting your son play the game." Then I start thinking, if that's where his interests lie, he's going to want to dive deeper into that. Yeah, there's a social aspect to it. Yeah, he need to get out more, be more sociable.
It's a balance. Yeah,
it's a balance. He need a balance. We all need to be a little bit more sociable. You know what I mean? Because I think I got a little bit of ADHD in me. You see, I keep looking over at my dog and talking to y'all and doing everything. But when you think about it, this is where the generation is going. They're moving in a digital age. You was just talking about the 5-year-old. Your 5-year-old is articulate because of what you invested in him and also what his brain is able to pick up real fast. His brain is picking up 10 times faster than what we was picking up because one of these. You know what I'm saying? He probably on this. He learning faster. He got his hand-eye coordination moving. So he's a digital baby. You know what I mean? And my son sparked the flame to them digital babies. So if he learned how to play the game and he real good at it, then he say, "Dad, I want to do coding." Fuck yeah! I'm swearing my language. You in it?
That's money.
You in it? You
know
what I mean?
And now I just saw Black Wall Street. Not Black Wall Street. Earn Your Leisure. They just posted.
Them boys.
They just posted that they're paying $50,000 for streamers now. No, for gamers to try out.
Bro, yes.
What? I'm like, I'm about to become a gamer.
No, for real. If you go into a game league, you go to a game. Matter of fact, because I remember when 2K started their game league. The dudes that played for Detroit, they just picked up a championship last year.
They won a championship.
They make $66K a year. They make $60,000 a year. Yes, bro. Because I play 2K. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, okay, all right. But
they got the thumb.
Let's get back to mental health. Let's get back to mental health for people feeling start getting hurt. So, but no, I'm just saying, like, dude, like. It's a real thing.
It is.
And I'm glad that you have the balance on with it because you know anything that is obsessive can be damaging, right? Because you're just not giving yourself to the other things in life.
Yes.
But you should be, man, if anybody that's alive right now should be doing something with something techie. Like I'm in school for cybersecurity right now. You see what I'm saying? Like you should be putting yourself in position, man, because what's going to happen is when they're slowly but surely look at like the dollar becoming less and less, that paper dollar becoming less and less. It's stores that's comfortable now saying debit only. Back in the day, it would be a riot,
bro. What?
Debit, boy, you better take this 100. You know what I'm saying or whatever. No, for real, they'll put that sign on the door. No cash.
No cash.
Because eventually,
You see how they doing this with this fast food thing? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It ain't got since the pandemic. They ain't got so smooth about it. Oh, we only taking orders from DoorDash.
Yeah.
And they be open.
In the kiosks.
Yeah,
The kiosk ain't no cashier. It's just hit that kiosk and we'll bring your order out.
That's crazy
So,
to me, bro.
So get the opportunities. So like when it comes to that, so part of the mental health issue is that men feel like locked in this box, right? And so part of building the door to that box is letting them know, hey, you know, somebody made this kiosk, right? Somebody designed it. So I'm a designer. So I know that side. Somebody designed this kiosk. Somebody designed the graphics on the kiosk. Somebody coded, like Tone Son want to do that. Code it because the code is the brain function for the machine. So what Tone Son gonna be doing is telling the machine when they say double cheeseburger, do this, boop, 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 and then give them the total. You see what I'm saying? And so all of that is needed. And so people are like, oh, tech taking all the no, it's changing the jobs. It's changing the jobs because there's more opportunity in tech than it is trying to be a cop or trying to, you know, go to the plant for 30 years. Go ahead, Tony.
We had a conversation, Malachi, and I think our previous guest we had on here where we were talking about the pandemic and what the pandemic has done. And in my perspective, I feel like the pandemic put us in a beautiful position to move forward with tech. But they're scared to go forward and they keep tiptoeing little elements of tech. You know what I mean? You can't keep doing let's go. Like really, it will save out on so many things. Like you remember when they start going back to schools and they had this bump in the numbers on school shootings and all this stuff. That would never took place if everybody was zooming. You know what I mean? I think you might have had
that is a wild thought.
You would have never had that if everybody on Zoom. You know what I mean? I think it might have been a different thing, like depression and suicide, because they was looking at those variables. But instead of somebody in one spot, like I'm scared to be honest with you. I get anxiety going in a lot of places where a lot of people win because of the pandemic and the after effects of people showing up with AR-15s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a reality. This is the world we live in.
That's a deep thought. That is. I'm gonna let that stay there because you saying a lot, right? Like the effect you gave two sides of the effects of the pandemic. So one on the technological side, where Zoom like quadrupled in value or something like that, like they valuation like quadrupled in like 6 months or something like that because it's called usability. Basically, people kept using it, and so it's kind of like, oh well, you know, we're gonna adopt Zoom, so they kept getting all these corporate accounts, and the valuation went up. On the other side, the people have changed, like the coding of the people have changed, and you know, there's a lot of reasons why people do what they do, but it is all my thing. There's always all fruit has a root. All fruit has a root. So when whether we talking about the street or whether we talking about home life or whether we talking about the pandemic and like what it exposed, me and my wife got a vlog on right now. We were talking about how we know there's gonna be a lot of divorces and breakups in the pandemic because now you gotta go home. You can't go run to the gym, you can't run to the bar because they close. You know what I'm saying? It's DoorDash only. You can't DoorDash the treadmill. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta basically go home and live with the person you with as opposed to hide behind all of these routines that people had. Wow. And lo and behold, a lot of divorces, and so what that did to people that had these things that they had planned, right, is what it is. It put them in shock. You know what I'm saying? And there's also some suicides that went up as well. So, you know, like he said a lot, and maybe we can have another discussion another time about that. But he said a lot when it comes to what happens, what's happening with the pandemic, and because the effects are still rolling now. Yes. Even the things that the government and are doing on the heels of it and stuff like that, it's like 3-4 years later, but it's still rolling now.
Absolutely, and that all stems into mental health and being a man and what that has done to men in general. You know what I'm saying?
Being able to provide.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, opportunities to provide. How do you if you were working at the plant, right? And then after they finally going back after the pandemic, right? And it's like, okay, so we're having a meeting. It's okay. Sectors 3 and 4. We're gonna have you hold you after a little bit, and basically they're telling you it's some robots coming in, and you're not gonna lose your job, but it's gonna change a little bit. But in the back of your head, you about to lose your job.
It's going
right. And so you've been there 20 years. You got like 5 more years before you can get your rollout and all of that. And these robots supposed to be coming in 2 years.
Right.
So that for somebody without a plan or somebody that doesn't have a good community, and now I know I'm big about community too. Having somebody when you feeling tight, can you call somebody? Right. And say, hey, Mal, I just need to vent. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tone, I don't know what they're doing at the job, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't know. And being able to say that you need help. Say, I don't know. Say, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Say, I feel lost right now. Mm-hmm. Like how many things are against men, and particularly Black men, being transparent and vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? And being able to provide, for yourself, but especially you got a family, you got real lives right here that you gotta, have to make sure are okay. Like that it's a weighty thing. You know what I mean? And so there's another like prong of the pandemic stemming out there, because we already have enough in this country to deal with as Black men as it is in the corporate sector. Right. Because like I said, I'm in corporate. And so, I'm really, really good at what I do. So, part of my skill kind of like, puts me in a certain place, but I still see it. You know what I'm saying? I still see it on top of all of this. Now the robots is coming. Now this is, you know what I mean? And so how do we say, okay, I need to be vulnerable. I need to, where are the spaces? That's why, like, I just did a bonfire and I created a safe space, right? And I said, listen, y'all can speak on, we can speak on whatever you want to speak on. Know that you're speaking around a bunch of people, but you're safe here. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes people just need that. Can I go somewhere and say what's wrong with me? Can I go somewhere and say, I need some help? Go ahead, what's up?
Come on. You know what, man? The sad part about it is it don't be nobody but ourselves that don't allow each other to be vulnerable to each other.
Listen, say that. Say that.
I'm saying that in regards to, I'm gonna give an example for the day. So the way my job is set up, I've been kind of like infused to do one job in 2 different areas. Mm-hmm. So one area, they keep switching me out with different people. So today I wrote an email stating like, hey, look, when you in my cubicle, please be mindful and put everything back. And this is the order, da, 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 da. So,
right.
Long story short, I get a response email stating that I'm seeking attention.
Bro,
I'm seeking
that's attention, what I'm talking about.
And nobody does that. And I need to stop trying to get attention. And like I said, this isn't coming from them. It's coming from our own, not only just our own people, but our own women too. So there's a level of
that sounds like a woman's response.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And it's like, like, first of all, I'm being highly professional with you, and I'm being respectful of you. But I could cut into you. I'm one of the great cutters of the world.
Listen, man, cutting is a beautiful sport.
And taking the high ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though you feeling the way you feeling, you deciding, having the faculties to decide to take the high ground, because a lot of people don't.
The problem with that is I struggle in a professional setting taking the high ground, especially when I'm working in the population where men are, I guess, in a sense, we're the minority. Mm-hmm. I struggle with that because some dominance that they got now, they really show out with it, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out. Pardon my language. But that's where I be on. Like, you really need to chill out.
That's another heavy thought, Tone.
Yeah, hey, man, look.
Because you, like, when you say things in packages, right? So, I do this. I'm trying to tell you. So, you say a sentence, and bro, the sentence, it is full of knowledge, but then it's full of like prompts, right? Mm-hmm. What you said about being in a place where men are the minority, right? That environment already has undertones in it. right? Because men by number are the minority. Then we know what the thought process is in a lot of our community anyway.
And you know what the thought process in that community, and you know there's only so much you can say before it gets twisted.
It becomes right.
And I've seen it happen to some people. A guy defending his stance, and it turned into, I can't believe you approached me that way. What do you mean? Like, what are you? I'm telling you, Baze Bruzy Blue. You know what I mean? Like, I pass out vehicles or whatever, right? So a particular person came and she just grabbed stuff, and I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And she looked at me crazy, and I'm like, that's a problem. That's a problem where you don't address something, they have the idea to think that it's okay. For them to do
Do y'all have mediation there? Y'all have a mediator there?
They started a coalition of men. It's supposed to be for black men or whatever.
Right.
But I don't even like getting on them things because it's like you're looking at a bunch of men cry. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that they shouldn't cry, but that's not my stance. My issue is if you in my area and I'm in your area,
respect the area. Right.
Respect the area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's simple to us.
It's real simple. And most people that I know that have the same thought process, understand the process, and work fine together. But when people don't get checked, I'm sorry, when people don't get checked, they have an ability to think that that's supposed to what flies all the time.
Yeah. So okay. So now that you seem pretty balanced, but a lot of people going back to mental health here, because again, we're talking about the like triggers or roots, right? Now, later on, somebody less balanced later on that day could be somewhere else,
right,
and have a situation and lose it, right? And they're not losing it because of that situation,
right?
And so, but that's how it's going to be. Of course, that's how it's going to be sold. They're not losing it. They're losing it because it's been however long it is they're disrespecting your area, and I'm trying to reach out, amicably, professionally, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, and then now I'm looking for attention. Oh, now you know what I'm saying. Oh, like you gonna look at me weird or whatever. And so now I've come to a certain place, and this is where community comes in too. But I've come to a certain place where I'm really starting to feel it now. You see what I'm saying? Because I have not been able to get a release from this situation for some time. Right. And it don't, like, the fact that it ain't being addressed don't change the way that I feel about it. And so now I'm somewhere completely unrelated. And it's like, bro, this happens. I don't know anything, you know what I'm saying, that could cause a trigger. And it's like, okay, look, you know what I'm saying? So now you have a moment, and now people got their phones out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then nowadays, especially like where I work, man, stuff like, I've seen people get fired for stuff they post on social media. You see what I'm saying? Like stuff will get back, or stuff that been posted about them. They must start going and get on probation and things like that. So so you're living in a world where these tools could be used to help, right? Because they got therapy online and all that stuff now. But they like the society's mind is not to help. It's almost to be entertained by it.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, there's a game in a professional sense nowadays where, because we're the minority, there's a lot of gaslighting. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the word.
They will make a thing where whatever you saying don't exist. And, well, I don't have a problem with this person. How can you have a problem with that person? This person is great. You know what I mean? And I'm like, for real? You know what I mean? It makes you wonder, well, you don't have a problem because you're on the same bullshit. You know what I mean? So At the end of the day, we as black men, we definitely have to walk a thin line.
Yes.
In a professional sense. You know what I mean? Even in your work, you out dealing with the community, you putting stuff together, even though you working by yourself, a lady could come or anybody could come to say, hey, look, I know you've been out here for 8 hours, but I don't like the way you're doing this. And I'm like, well, we talked about this. I gave you specs. I gave you a specific way on how I'm going to get this done. I don't like that, and I'm out to pay for that. You have to be able to navigate yourself accordingly. I used to be in jobs, and I will cuss you the hell out. You know what I mean? I had to grow emotionally. When I felt like it was wrong, I addressed it. You know what I mean? And I still got that fire in me, but I've just learned like there's
compartmentalize it.
There's no win. There's no win. Especially when the cards are stacked against you as a black man. And you know,
that's maturity though, for sure.
Some women may look at this and say, you know what, he acting like a punk. You know what I mean? Black men always got these ideologies that everything is against them, and black women got it harder. It's no comparison. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
And I hate when it's always, when we're talking about men, we always got to include somebody. We always got to, well, what about the black woman struggle? I don't give a fuck about your struggle right now. I have my own set of struggles.
Come on.
Why my struggles don't matter?
Bro, okay. Do you know, like, the thing about it is people don't have the capacity to receive that. They don't have the capacity. Okay, so what you're saying is not, what you're not saying is that you don't care about the struggle.
Right.
What you're saying is, I'm in something right now. I'm trying to process through this, or get somebody with me that can help me process through it, or help me, get to a space where it'll be better. And your solution is to bring up what you got going on. You see what I'm saying? Which is a form of gaslighting.
Yeah, it's not gonna help.
You see what I'm saying? Which is a form of gaslighting.
You gotta be careful. So you gotta be careful, because once you start addressing stuff, you're labeled as a person. I had a person tell me, why you always like to start trouble? I said, I don't start any trouble.
Well, wow, who just comes up and asks that? Like, that's crazy.
I was having a conversation with my coworker, and we had this. I'm gonna give you a backstory. We had this. We got this chat where we tap in and say good morning, whatever. So by accident, I put a picture of. I used to have long dreads, so I put a picture in it by accident. So this one particular person, she texts, this is not the appropriate chat for that. Please don't do that. Just keep it a strictly sign in and sign out. Now, mind you, every morning she has these big old memes. Hey, it's Monday, Jesus walks. Hey, it's Tuesday, let God be your guide. You know what I mean? I'm giving examples. So to fire back, I go, well, what I deal is by accident, but at the same time, no one wants to see a bunch of memes in the morning. You could just check in and do like the whoa. So she sends me a message. Why would you put that up there? Nobody want to see your face early in the morning.
Wow.
I don't even bang with this lady. I don't even bang with this lady. Yeah, I don't even bang with this lady like that, bro. You know what I mean? But she feels as though she has a platform and no one's going to say nothing to her.
Right.
Yeah.
She can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, my other coworker go, well, why you starting stuff? No, the issue is, why is it okay for them to do it? And when I check it, I'm such an angry black man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what goes into being like a double standard. You know what I'm saying? There's so many double standards when it comes to men and women. And when we express it's he's soft, he weak, he mad.
That's gaslighting, bro. It ain't no double
standard. Any
gaslighting.
woman that tries to villainize or tear down the platform that a man is attempting to be vulnerable, right? That is a flag, because the issue is what's happening is, just like the children have like these versions of a man that they're chasing, that particular woman that takes somebody that's being vulnerable and they're like, oh, he's soft or whatever. And there is a such thing as soft now too. We don't, or there is a such thing as soft. You see what I'm saying?
It is true.
But for the record,
you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But when a woman, when any woman that I would always, women that are watching this, if you see a man that's being vulnerable, genuinely vulnerable, and you decide your first reaction is to call him soft, right? I would suggest that you sit back and do some inventory on your emotional health, right? And listen, it could be some real things going on, and no shade, you know what I'm saying? But it could be some real things going on that have nothing to do with the man you're talking about. Right. You see what I'm saying? It could be some real stuff going on that you're kind of carrying. And women are carriers. They're naturally and spiritually carriers. And so, you could be carrying something and not really be conscious of you carrying that thing, and it's causing your behavior to be this way. Right. Yes. But it is a flag. It is a flag. It's not that's not healthy relationship growing. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy. I don't want no friends or no colleagues or no, fellow staff members or nothing like that. I think that way, because what if a person really need this moment? And I've seen this situation. I've stopped people from committing suicide. What if a person really need this moment to just say the things? You see what I'm saying? And then here you are. Oh man, these dudes are so soft. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, in my case, I don't think it's soft. I think the thing is, they find me to be combative. Like, it's another guy. Yeah. It's another guy in the office. If they say something, he's like, yeah, okay, cool. And that's just not my style. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not having sex with you. I respect you as a human being. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to come on to you. I'm not disrespectful to you. Just respect my space. You know what I mean? Why are you so mean? And it's always, as a man, I notice, and I've always been able to check myself. And what I noticed, that if you're not giving in to something, you're taken away from them. Yeah. Because,
wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of that is they're used to being able to live on a certain level and not be checked. You know what I mean? And we as black men, we get checked every day. You know what I mean? Especially from them. You know what I mean? I remember the song came out, I don't want no scrubs. I don't want a man sitting in a casket seat. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we get checked about what we need to be.
We wake up and have responsibilities to things.
You know what I mean? You remember the late great Kevin Samuels, and some of his things I didn't agree with, but some of his things I did. Yeah. You know what I mean? When it comes to how we are perceived and what their expectations of what we should be are. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. You need to be doing this. Well, I'm doing all this. What are you going to do? Yeah. In most cases, they ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, for sure. I think that when it comes to I tell people, go date somebody that like you, please. Because bro, listen, it's so funny. People, they talk, like I hear people talking about, I'm just so tired of podcasts. I need to just stop making podcasts. And everybody that say that either ain't got a podcast, ain't got an idea for a podcast, don't know about got a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So you're not even in the game. So you know what I'm saying? Like, stay a season ticket holder and just be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing.
Some people can articulate themselves too, bro.
Well, right. You see what I'm saying? Or they or stop being drawn to toxic crap. Yes. Right? Your Apple podcast and your Google playlist is full of toxic crap. A bunch of people that don't know anything, that have not built anything, that have not been successful at anything, but just want to do a bunch of venting and throwing cat. The person they talking about ain't even on stage with them. No. But they talking to the people on stage about this person. Right. Now that person probably looking at it, oh yeah, she's talking about me, or he's talking about me, or whatever. So the thing about it is this: when you decide to date somebody, and this is for I'm telling you, this is some of the best mental health you need. Please find somebody that likes you. Yes. I'm hearing a lot of conversations that, like, even before I got married, when I dated girls that genuinely liked me, these were never a thing. Yeah, these were like, it was never a thing. Now, like I say, a good woman is gonna motivate you. She gonna, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know, so what's going on with this? Like my wife all the time, if she don't got some irons in the fire, she's like, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? They hit that PayPal, they shoot you the invoice. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you know, that's that's a good woman that want to see you win. Mm-hmm. But when we were dating and all that kind of stuff, like, bro, it wasn't about, and not that you shouldn't have your stuff. You should have your stuff. You should have your stuff together for you as a man. Hey, first of all,
real talk.
But I'm saying, when you really care about somebody and you trying to like get into like their space and just like learn them, the first thing come out your mouth is, what do you bring to the table? Mm-hmm. Bro, that stuff is so weird. Like, when you really like find people that you're interested in at first, and then eventually start to like. If y'all don't like each other, just be friends and move on.
That's it.
All these little filler, little smoke screen conversations about, if I'm a single woman, I just feel like I shouldn't, or well, you know what I'm saying, as a man, you don't feel like open the doors a little bit too much. Like, I feel like, bro, this is all, when you really into a woman, you're gonna open the door.
Yep.
You're gonna open the door. It's gonna be in you, bro. Now, unless you just wasn't taught, or you ain't seen a good movie in the past 10 years or whatever. Because the movies that teach you open the door for a good lady. Yeah. And so like a lot of these conversations is smoke screen, and y'all don't really like these people. Y'all just want to be with somebody, right? And now the toxic roots have caused toxic fruit, and that's where you get these raggedy podcasts that y'all keep listening to. These just got 1 million views every episode, but y'all tired of it.
I'm gonna say two things. And if you're a woman and you ain't worried about where y'all going, you want to spend time with that individual, no matter where you go. You can go picnic at Belle Isle, as long as y'all.
It's about quality time.
You know what I'm saying? It's about.
Me and my wife used to be in the car talking for hours, bro.
Yeah.
We would go to the movies and be sitting in the movies parking lot just kicking it, bro, because the vibe was so crazy. Like. Bro, what's going on, man?
I'm gonna say this too, man, and we're gonna roll up out of here, man. First of all, I enjoyed your energy.
You too, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you always, and I always say this to everybody that come on, because majority of the time, they touch the people in a dynamic way, and sometimes you need to have that. You always welcome to come back to give us that spirit and that energy, my brother. You are officially family of.
Appreciate it.
So anytime you want to come through, let us know. Yeah, I mean,
it's an honor, man. Thank you. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
I'm gonna say this too. I'm a stickler for some ratchetness, man. Like, I like watching Love and Lockdown. You know what I mean? Because it gives me a perspective on what not to do and not to do it with, and who to do what. And how stupid they be looking, but that's a whole nother thing. But on that note, LJ, you can take the floor, man. You got any shout outs you want to give, bro?
Yes, I want to give honor to God, who is everything, man. Would not be alive today. I mean, like, really alive. Not no analogies. Like, would he be alive today if it was not for God Almighty, Jesus Christ. I want to give a shout out to my wife, who I believe she's still watching on YouTube. Just an amazing woman. Continue to support me. Continue to just, man, she's seen so much development in me and all of that. So I just want to say thank you, babe. Love you. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my son Josiah, who is asleep back there because I ain't heard no movement. You know what I'm saying? Just Josiah. Shout out to y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the Mask Off podcast for having me and just giving me space to speak. You guys, the conversation was really good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe we can come back and run it back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're doing a series or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm into this. I talk about this. You know what I'm saying? I have conversations about this. I have spaces about this and stuff too. And Great Faith family, you know what I'm saying? Apostle Dr. Beverly, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like great, amazing leaders, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of messed up leadership in the churches nowadays, but to have good leadership and have good people that really care about you, be your pastors, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge thing, and they should be acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Great Faith fam, you know what I'm saying? Whether if y'all want out, y'all see this later, we love y'all, appreciate y'all, and for sure, Raw Nation Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all. I guess that's it. Everybody that rock with me. So y'all let me know. Oh yeah. So if y'all want to follow me on social media, Facebook, you can just look up LJ Gabriel, or just look. No, you know what? You can look up Sensei LJ on anything, right? So Facebook, TikTok, IG, YouTube. Yep, Sensei LJ. That's SENSEI.LJ. You can follow me on it.
We'll put it in the comments too. So
for sure.
For
sure. Appreciate y'all, man, and hope y'all have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Much love to you, bro.
100%, bro. 100%.
You know it, brother.
Hey, listen, I'm like y'all. I want this thing with you and Danny to blow up so bad, man.
Thank
Like for like the same thing he said. Like the fact that y'all like got the comedy thing together, and both of y'all funny. Y'all not trash. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like man, I wanted to blow up.
Danny is stupid funny, bro.
She is silly.
Danny is
and like in passing, bro. She ain't got to wind up. She just so quick off the jab with it, like you know what I'm saying? Like
funny, man.
For
Then
sure,
I said, young boy, I said
the
two funny people that I saw in that joint was you and Danny in that joint. And I said Spotter, and I said,
okay, wait, was Danny at that joint I came to see you on my birthday?
I don't know if she
performed on that one, did she?
On my birthday?
No, it was on my birthday when we came down there.
I don't know. I can't remember.
But I remember it was a short girl that was super funny. So like I said,
dog. Danny go hard in the paint, man.
She do, man.
Shout out funny, man. And we gotta see about this book too. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all do your thing.
Oh yeah,
no doubt, man. Once again, my brother, like I said, man, I'm blessed to even be in the presence of good people, man. So I appreciate you. We definitely could get time to connect, my brother. We could chop it up.
Sir.
We could definitely chop it up. I mean, on that note, you can hang back in the back, and we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man. Great episode, man. Fire episode.
This is what we do.
Yeah. And this is what we built this brand off of. Mask off, taking the mask off, taking the truth and letting it out, letting it loose, man, letting it hang, and getting to the nitty-gritty of things.
There's no way to define what this podcast is but honesty, bro.
Yes.
And that's what it is. Like we can't be phony, we can't be fake on this joint. Like this is just truth to power. Every time I get on here, I'm like subjugated to tell my truth, speak my truth, how I feel. It's like I'm releasing on this podcast, and I love doing it. You know what I mean? And even if we talking about basketball, and I'm telling you how Damon and Lillard ain't really gonna be a significant factor, and whatever I'm telling you, it boils down to we get to the nitty gritty, bro. You know what I mean? We get to the nitty gritty.
And what them boys been doing? Right. Okay.
Man, once again, man, I like to thank LJ for coming out again, man. LJ West. Phenomenal guy, man. Nothing but love, man. This has been Mask Off, episode 65. Oh, wait a minute. Pause. What you got going on?
Oh, yeah. I should have had the flyer queued up. Tomorrow we got the live tomorrow. Oh, I do got the flyer. Boom. I got the flyer right here. Look at that. Tomorrow we got the open mic show. Sports Locker Bar and Grill, 7:00 open mic, hosted by the Lovelies. Pull up, come get some food, come get some comedy. It's an open mic, so if you got a chance, you want a chance to see if you can do comedy. If you do comedy, you want to come do it, come pull up, come have a good time, man. We're gonna be rocking every Thursday. Tomorrow's the opening, our grand opening tomorrow. So super excited about it. Shout out to the Sports Locker Bar and Grill for giving us this opportunity, and let's get it. And then Saturday I'm in Saginaw. No, Sunday I'm in Saginaw at Greater Faith Ministry. No, it's a ministry in Saginaw. I'll be there. And then later on this month, I'm doing Hip Prov on Sunday the 26th, I believe. So yeah, tap in with your boy. You know how we rocking. You know how we land. Shout out to the Lovely. Shout out to Danny Love. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to G.O.D.Z. You know what I'm saying? And everybody rocking. And the Great Faith fam, man. They didn't raise your boy up here. You feel me? So I'm excited, man.
This weekend, your boy is back at it doing a little bit of murder mystery.
Yes, sir.
So I'll be doing murder mystery in Troy at the Embassy Suites on Saturday. If you ain't got your tickets, go out and get your tickets. Look at Dinner Detective. Tap into the Troy location at the Embassy Suites. You'll see your boy there. You don't know if I'm the killer or not, but I would definitely be in the building giving the people what they want.
Come on.
And I do plan on coming out tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I will see you there.
And people want to know, is Tony funny? You don't gotta wonder. That's what Maxwell say. Don't ever wonder. You know what I mean? But I want to give another shout out to the lovelies doing their thing, man. Keep doing it. Keep moving in the right direction. And I'd X you out of the picture. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, on that note, man, we about to break up out of here because
that last comment. You see that last comment? Pop that boy up real quick.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me get down there. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Power.
That's your boy LJ. Big salute to him, man. And that flyer dope too, man. I don't know who designing these boys, man. That's fire.
Bro, you know you're doing it. You know you're doing it. You know what I mean? But
make sure to be sure to like, subscribe, share, tap in, watch our previous episodes. You can still eat off those as well. 165, man. We back next week. Love y'all. Peace.
Sometimes the strength don't have to come from the outside. It got to come from within. Tap into that inner strength, baby.
Ah.